Hey friends, it's Emily from Soil-Born Farms. Soil-Born Farms is an organic farm. That means we grow food without using any chemical fertilizers, chemical pesticides, or chemical herbicides. Here at Soil-Born, we practice organic farming in many different eco-friendly ways. Farming is really challenging in any climate. In order to be successful in growing our crops, we need alternative tools to help our plants to grow big and strong. Let's explore some different things we do at Soil-Born to help our fruits and veggies thrive while also helping to protect the environment. Let's first talk about organic fertilizers. Just like we humans need nutrients, vitamins, and minerals to help us grow to our fullest, plants do too. We have amazing nutrient-rich soil here in the Central Valley. However, after farming on the same land for many years, plants eat up all the available nutrients in the soil, and farmers need to add more. Hey, look, it's me! At Soil-Born, we feed our plants extra nutrients at every stage of their growth. We use environmentally friendly and organic fertilizers such as compost, gypsum, seedweed, and feather meal. In this clip, you can see me adding compost, feather meal, and water to this potting soil to help give our seeds an extra boost when we first plant them. That's some speedy soil mixing. Then, we'll give our seedlings another boost of nutrients with this mixture of water and seaweed. We dunk the whole tray in just before we go to plant the plants. And then finally, in the field, we add a little bit more gypsum and feather meal and mix it into the soil to make sure our plants have a great start. Let's now talk about pest control. As an organic farm, we can't use pesticides to prevent insects and four-legged furry creatures from eating our crops. Instead, we have to find ways to block off our crops from the pests so they can't get to them. In our fields, we typically use short fences to keep out squirrels and rabbits, but as you can see in this video, it does not keep out all critters. This flock of turkeys roams the farm and loves to eat our fruits and vegetables. We'll also store our plant seedlings in this greenhouse, which not only keeps them warm in the winter, but also keeps out birds and squirrels, which love to eat baby plants. As a farm, we have a lot of plants, and we don't have space for all of them in our greenhouse. So we'll also use this black fabric called shade cloth to help keep out squirrels and birds from our plants that we store outside of the greenhouse. Being so tiny, insects are the hardest critters to keep out of our plants. We'll use this white cloth called tulle to keep out those tiny bugs, but sometimes they still find ways to eat our crops. Let's now talk about weeds. Weeds are a big problem here at Soil-Born Farms. A weed is a plant that finds its way into a new location by animal, air, water, or even the bottom of our shoes, and it plants itself in the new place. Weeds are often invasive species that are not native to the area. Therefore, they often don't have predators eating them and can completely take over a space. Look at all those weeds we have here in our farm fields. To control our weeds on the farm, we primarily weed with hand tools such as hoes. In this video, you can see Ariel using a wheel hoe to get rid of all the weeds between the rows of plants. We sometimes plant inside this black material called landscape fabric, which helps to keep weeds from growing between our plants. We burn holes in the fabric using a blowtorch. It's pretty cool. If the weeds are really bad, we'll sometimes even lay down big sheets of plastic like this to block out the sun and kill the weeds before we plant our vegetables. Finally, let's talk about cover crop. Cover crops are plants such as oats, peas, beans, barley, vetch, and mustard that we plant in our fields between fruit and vegetable seasons. Cover crops help protect the soil from eroding, they add important nutrients back into the soil, and they can attract helpful pollinators to the farm. Even with all of these tools, farming, especially organically, is very challenging and often needs constant evaluation and replanting. That's why farmers are also scientists, constantly researching, planning, redoing, and eventually succeeding in their goals. Thank you, soil-borne farmers!